guys, Cher here, and boy don't we have an interesting one today. Now, for those of you who read the title of this video already, you're probably wondering, really, Cait? Out of all the songs you could have picked to review, you chose this one instead of everything else that's stinking up the Billboard charts right now? Well, yes. Yes, I did, and I promise I won't take too much of your time.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough.
Based on what you just heard, you think that this song is about self-empowerment or confidence. Which is not bad of a premise. I mean, I wouldn't say bad per se, but it's needed. However, that is not exactly the payoff.
You say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak.
And before you guys mention anything, no, this song is not about a lover or a friend when she's referring to the specific word you.
And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've become so lackluster in radio hits that we had no other choice than to add a Christian pop song to the Billboard Hot 100 and the country's radio stations.
Now, before I get all the Christians yelling at me for that comment, I don't not like Christian music. As a matter of fact, when I was going to college down in Florida, one of the channels I'd listen to in the car is the gospel channel. And, I mean, like, if you go to the, African American church and listen to the most powerful choir you have ever witnessed type of gospel.
You are great. You're a great God. You are great.
No joke, this is like my favorite gospel song of all time, and I am so happy that I found it while I was driving to Disney World to meet up with friends.
Reason why I love these types of songs is because when I think of Christian music, I feel that these songs are supposed to inspire and get people to believe in the good news. However, I have come across Christian songs that are so far up the singer's butt that they annoy me more than anything else. Meaning that those singers are trying to force Christianity into your face until you give in and buy a Bible at Barnes & Noble and start attending Sunday Mass.
With that said, Christian music just does not fit with the pop scene. I mean, it might have fit when this came out.
Because it was still a time period where happy pop music can be dipped by inspirational Christian fare. Also, people were still socially forced to go to church back in those days, unless you were a hippie and you fell into the atheist category that everyone else hated at the time. The 2010s are definitely not the 70s by any means.
Let's think about it. This is the decade where we come to realize that yes, we can hate the old rich white man who basically ruins everything and basically blames the younger generation for being spineless and daydreaming that everything is going to pot these days. Because what do we want? We just want to make sure we have peace and love for every race and gender and sexuality. And of course, religion doesn't really play a part in those ideals. With that said, though, that's not to say that religion or God has not been in the pop charts before.
As a matter of fact, the last time the pop charts contained a song about Jesus or God was from
No matter what I do, I cannot avoid this jerkwad.
Maybe a better example would be that the last Christian artist who ever hit the mainstream would be, I don't know, Mary Mary in 2000? Shackles only went to number 28. Their other songs didn't exactly strike a nerve after that, or at least I don't remember that being a thing. The only other thing I can think of is when Whitney Houston paired up with CeCe Winans for Count on Me in 1996, and that went to number 8 on the charts.
Guys, I'm really trying here, but this just proves how rare Christian music makes it onto the pop charts. Which to say, as I said before, pop and Christian don't really go together unless something bizarre happens.
Only reasons I can think of why Count on Me and Shackles made it to the charts are because 1996 was a weird year for non-pop music because the mid-90s were mostly alternative and rap. Then 2000 is still kind of remnants of the 90s and pop didn't know exactly what to do at that point. The only other time we ever heard anything about religious things in songs would be if you really listen to the Christian radio or if you listen to right-wing country.
So at this point, Lauren Daigle is like the circle peg trying to fit in this triangle hole that's known as the pop music of the 2010s that we've been having for the past 9 years.
Breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble.
Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead.
Pop these niggas like a willy nigga. You a silly nigga in the hole with them Billy niggas.
God's plan. God's plan.
Good luck with that. Well, kudos to you, kid.
The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me.
Yes, I am still as stunned as you are that a Christian song made it on here, but much to my surprise, it's not the lyrics of the song that bother me per se, as plain and simple as they are, also as painfully obvious as they are.
Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet.
What annoys me about this song, and it's a very low bar annoyance, is that Lauren Daigle sounds a lot like another artist who's really famous in the pop spectrum.
Hello, it's me.
So as weird as it is to say, the first thing that came to my mind when I first heard this song for the first time is that this girl is basically the Christian version of Adele. Close your eyes, listen to this, and tell me that Adele was not the first person that came to your mind.
You say I'm in love when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. God only knows what we're fighting for. All that I say, you always say more.
It's right there, right? I'm not going insane, am I? In short, I would give this song a 7 out of 10. It's fine. It's average. It doesn't have any bad messages or anything, so there's not really much I can, criticize on a Christian pop song of all things. It's just the last thing I need is a Christian version of Adele. I think Adele is a million times better. However, if Lauren Daigle does get success, huge success out of this, good for her. I'm not gonna complain. There's no need to. It's just this song, it just doesn't feel like something I would listen to constantly. Even for Christian music. I'm Cait, and it's been real. Ciao!